Welcome to another episode of Tactile Sensation of the Week. This is going to be another Wobbly Cam one-handed episode because I am away from home and didn't bring my tripod. But at this place where I am staying, there are Stickle bricks. And I thought, when am I next going to get a chance to play with these? You don't see these very often these days. And wonderful they are. The rigid yet slightly flexible sort of, what should I call them? Pins? Protrusions? Spindles? God knows. But they are cool, and you can feel the soft, the slight bending and the resistive elastic force. The pressure. Okay. The pressure on specific points of my thumb is high, and yet there's so many of them that the pressure on my thumb overall is low. A pleasing contrast. They are satisfying to squeeze. And yeah, but also, one stickle brick in isolation isn't really enough to talk about, because it's the friction combining the two when they are squeezed together, and the little pins mesh. Pins I'm going to settle on for this video is excellent, and the feeling of separating them, doing this one-handed, is difficult, but interesting. One day there'll be a two-handed bonus if I ever have access to stickle bricks again and bring my tripod. I could just buy some, I suppose. Yeah, but yeah, they are cool. I'm just going to go get some more out of this massive box of stickle bricks I have here. Some triangular ones. And yeah, now, they have to be pressed orthogonally due to the layout of the pins. And this creates some pleasing shapes with some interesting edges, and the contrast between pin side and smooth bits is interesting. I might just buy a ton of these to relax, but not diagonally. Sorry, it's still going in the Final Cut. No weird angles, or they simply do not push together. They would damage them if I tried. The lines of pins have to line up. Like so. There's probably some tolerance on this, but that's a general thing. Now, this box of stickle bricks has some cool things. Like a little base, and if I just remove this, a little stickle brick card. Now, if I remove this little... So it's got sort of wheels and things. You can stick things to the sides of the wheels, as you often can on Lego wheels, you know. Always good. Yeah. You can stick a thing to the side and feel the sort of pendulum force of doing this, and sort of feel the mass shift from one side to the other. Very relaxing. But one cool thing about this, so yeah, the wheels are a bit, you might think they're a bit rubbish, need tyres, right? No. Look at these grooves. Look at the spacing on them. You can put one of these on a base like this, and have it roll back and forth. So it'll roll, if I've got the angles right, just about. It's a bit stiff, but at the same time, even though it's able to move and roll and stuff, it's still almost sufficiently stuck to the base. Let's try that again. It's kind of cool. So you feel the dual, movement and sort of friction. So, yeah, it's like resistive force as it slides along. Oh man, I could do this all day, especially if I weren't holding the camera with my other hand, and therefore had two hands free. Oh yeah. I mean, apart from this little stickle brick petrol pump that makes a pleasing clicking thing going on, I'm not much for the noise. No sort of mechanical thing. I'm not much for the noise, but the sensation of the subtle build-up and release of tension is rather nice. Hooke's law and all that. At least I assume it's Hooke's law. Whatever. I'll look up my physics and things later. And apart from me just messing around having fun, which will make this video too long and take ages to upload and all that, I do believe I am done for now with Stickle bricks. I'm going to have to buy these, aren't I? I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can get quite the same satisfaction of my life without Stickle bricks anymore. I'm not being paid by whoever the hell manufactures Stickle bricks, honestly, but seriously, Stickle bricks. Go get Stickle bricks. They're probably not a better construction toy than Lego, but they're a better stim toy. Stickle bricks.